Wow. Yesterday was a negotiation between Iran and US. And it's a two-way stops. One, for surrender, not for ceasefire, because Iran had all the cards. US came into this negotiation with nothing, zero. US have exhausted all their resources on the battlefield. They have bombed everything they think they could bomb, and they couldn't get Iran to surrender. The main aim of this particular war against Iran was regime change. That is why they bombed almost all their leaders, and they didn't succeed. If you follow certain things online, you will hear also from ex-CIA agent what he said. Listen to it.
The news that you've seen that Saudi Arabia said that they would help us in regime change operations is true. You know, it's funny. Over the last couple of years, Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, actually worked very hard to improve Saudi relations with Iran. But as it turns out, it was Mohammed bin Salman and Benjamin Netanyahu who went to Donald Trump and asked him to invade Iran or to attack Iran. So
if this assertion is true, that means a bad news for Saudi and the Gulf, actually.
I'm not sure what kind of game MBS is playing. It's a dangerous one. The goal is indeed regime change. Donald Trump told us to our faces a couple of nights ago, the goal is regime change. But
look at how bad it turns out in Libya after regime change, even in Afghanistan or Iraq.
The United States is very, very bad at regime change operations. I've long said it's easy to invade a country. It's easy to overthrow a government. It is very, very difficult to get out. We were in Afghanistan for 20 years. We were in Iraq for 19 years.
From what he said, he's allegedly claiming that Saudi Arabia were the ones behind the particular attack on Iran with Israel. Yeah, now wow, neighbor doing neighbor. Having said that, they lost out changing the regime because Iran have already prepared for this war over the years. Everything in Iran is almost, underground, beneath the ground. They have bunkers. They have beautiful cities underground, as allegedly claimed. All their missiles are still not touched underground. Forget all this you hear online. They have nothing. 90% destroyed in our life. Everything is underground. So your bunker destroyer can't even get to where most of those things are. Now, the talk failed. That is J.D. Vance, Vice President of America, saying they didn't have agreement with Iran because whatever they thought was possible couldn't happen. Iran refused it.
The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement, and I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America. So we go back to the United States having not come to an agreement. We've made very clear what our red lines are, and they have chosen not to accept our terms.
Simple. They don't have their own request, which before coming for that particular negotiation, two were answered. Number one, Israel should pause any bombing of Lebanon, which they did. They didn't bomb Beirut. It's little skittish around the southern Lebanon. For that time they were there negotiating, Israel paused because Iran asked for it. Second, release $6 billion of their money seized that is in Qatar Bank. It was done before they agreed to come for that negotiation. That's two things. No nation, however, pushed America to do this. It's because all the cards are with Iran. And now, we don't know where the thing is going, if you are going back to war or not. But Iran is ready for whatever comes out. If it's war, they're still ready. Come and bomb. You don't get them. They're undergrounds. But they will get you. The state of Hormuz, they close it. It's under their control. If they close the second one, the Red Sea, through the Houthis, Yemenis, that will be the more devastating issue, which U.S. knows that. The best thing to do, swallow your ego. Give them what they ask. Let peace reign. That's my case. With no agreement between Iran and America in this their peace talk, What do you think is going to happen now? Do you think U.S. will start bombing Iran again? And Iran will continue blocking the Strait of Hormuz, if possible, safe. They can even also block the Red Sea through the Houthis. And then the whole world will be in shock. More hunger, things will skyrocket, the price, everything. What do you think will happen now? Will America swallow this pride? Israel let go of all this in that struggle. Let peace be in the world. What do you think? Because it is the fundamental right of every nation to exercise their right when it comes to nuclear development for civilian purposes. Everyone have that right. So if you are in a right position, will you forfeit your right just to make Israel and America happy? That should be the question. Remember, Israel have nuclear weapons, but they're not answerable to IAEA. Yes, even Pakistan have. So why do they don't want Iran? Just because Israel says so, or what is going to happen? Now, that's the question. You see, I may not like Iran regime system. Simple. I don't like it. But I will not also speak against their own rights to certain things that every other person have the right. The sooner we understand it and respect it, the better it is for everybody. And that's my case. It's over. Simple. That is what Iran proved with this latest war America brought against them. Iran entered that war with no leverage, nothing. But they come out of that war with all the leverage. America entered that war with all the leverage, everything. But them and Israel came out of that war with zero, no leverage. Iran today control Strait of Hormuz. If they want, they will control the Red Sea. Their neighbors who instigated, allegedly, this war against them, are under their own control. They are not afraid of them bumping them, coming after them, because they know they can destroy them if they want to, if they choose. But they don't want, because they want to have good neighbors around them. So the days of bully is over. The sooner the only world power we know today, America, understand it, the better they make peace with Iran and save the little or more dignity they still have, so that this life world will be in peace. If they escalate it, Iran will receive more bombs, and people will still be killed. But at the end of the day, they will achieve their aim because they hold the cards. That's my case. If you decide to say, no agree, I will nuclear them, really, you're not the only one with a nuclear weapon. Then I have allies, friends close to them that also do the same. We don't wish for this. We don't ask for it. We want peace. And we seek for that peace. Please, the world is bleeding. US and Iran are having negotiation right now in Islamabad, Pakistan. This is the first time they ever have had such a meeting since 1979. And the US Vice President is the one leading the US negotiating team. While Iranian Parliament Speaker Gharibaf is the one leading Iranian negotiating team. We hope to have a successful negotiation. For the first time, today they had 2 meetings already, hoping to have the 3rd meeting this night or tomorrow, Sunday. It's the first time it ever happened, and Iran are putting forth their request, which has to do with Lebanese ceasefire, control of Strait of Hormuz, locked access, and also repatriation. Let's see how it goes. But it's quite a sign of good thing to come. With the negotiation between US and Iran going on, US have used that opportunity to move their Navy ship along Strait of Hormuz, in which Trump said that they are trying to clear Strait of Hormuz as a benefit to the world. At least let it be what they do. for the world to appreciate U.S. I will not say it's appreciation, actually. Let me say it's what they're supposed to do for carrying out a war that cost the whole world so much in oil issue.